So, bro, talk to me. Where do you feel like, obviously you just hit 21K last month. Break that down in terms of new revenue, in terms of where were you the month before that?
I've been like consistent 14 for like a good year or so.
Is that recurring revenue?
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
yeah, I reoccur 14 like
That's really
every
good.
month. Yeah.
So like your life is paid for in recurring revenue, basically.
Yeah. And because to be honest, everyone that ever bought, I never did any upfronts or like duration. It was always just, you just pay for the month and they just liked the service and stayed.
And the 21K, was some of that added in monthly recurring or all up front?
It's a mixture of a few.
So would you say you bumped the monthly recurring as well?
Yeah, that would have had to happen. And there's like a ratio of where like, because we got two tiers, right? Or there's like the high, mid, and like volume product.
Yes.
The mids just exploded really nicely, which I like doing the mid. They're okay, but in the ratio that like I moved a lot of the ones I was doing into the volume, which gave me more room for the mid, and then the mid started climbing as well. So then that's and then a lot of the mid I like changed it like you spoke about like a yearly.
Run me through pricing, bro. So
Yeah.
you've got what we made you you just had the mid offer, right?
Yeah.
Now we've got you a volume offer,
Yeah.
right? So you got your volume offer, you've got your mid, which is like volume but requires some.
Yeah, it requires like they get a bit more of your attention. WhatsApp, Loom Video,
With
and then,
fitness, I actually think 3. I think it's going to get to a point. Well, it's different because you've already got team. You've got other people to help you with fulfillment. The higher you go, the more I would actually differentiate the two. But as of now, I would rinse this for as long as you can until you'll know when it's time to drop it. You'll have a lot of resistance in selling it.
Yeah.
You'll subconsciously be like, bro, here's the volume offer.
Yeah.
You just won't want to sell it.
Yeah.
Because you'll always stop growing your income when there's a pain that comes with selling, which a lot of people actually have.
I'm with you. Yeah, like zaps your time and you're capped.
Yeah, like for me, I can go like my close proximity one-on-one, like Apex and Blackroom. Now, like, bro, I just keep bumping prices because I'm like, I don't really want to put more. I always say I don't really want more than 15% of my calendar in direct fulfillment with those. And it's at that. And I'm like, for me to bring it on. So, bro, we just go double. And we just keep working and people pay it. But even at double the rate it was, let's say 6 months ago, even still, I'm like, but the reason I do it is simply just because, one, when I am on the calls, it does raise my energy. Two, it makes you a much better market, which serves the volume. You have to, I think, to grow, you got to be good at sales, and you got to be good at sales. You got to sell yourself. I was saying earlier in the video, most entrepreneurial people don't stick to the diet because they've not sold themselves on the reason why doing it. They still say, oh, it might get me another girl, but they're like, oh, well, I can get girls, I got money. Well, you're selling yourself on the wrong thing. You'll never sell it. Whereas if it's like, no, this is your performance, this is going to make customers buy from you, you'll never miss. And I think you need to sell yourself on the same with doing things that can have resistance. And for me, you have to have a high.
Yeah.
You have to, and you can work it up. And even though, let's say that for you could be 2K a month, let's say, and you could sell 4 of these, and 4 of those is easier, it's still worth doing one of these.
Yeah.
But I do think down the line, bro, these two are going to be your primaries.
Yeah.
Volume and high.
Yeah, for sure. Essentially, that's the goal, really, to move both of those up. The high at the minute, I just got the one guy. I just thought I'd trial it, see how we got on there. He came from the mid, so I'll give him a discount on that anyway. And I thought, you know what, let me dip.
Was that the offer for the?
Yeah. And to be fair, I'll tell you what worked well, just switching the time I did the call with him. So obviously he's US, we're Bali. So I did it in my morning rather than my evening. And actually, it was a good call and I come off it pretty high energy versus the other way around where I was doing it like 8 p.m. at night. So So it actually it was good. It was good. So I like there's potential for high, and then just more volume.
How many people roughly do you have in volume?
There'll be around 50. Let's say it might be a little bit higher, but let's just dumb it down to that.
Yeah, go round numbers. Mid?
Yeah, mid there is, again, around like 60. In fact, it was 64, that one, because I only calculated it the other day.
And then high,
I've just got the one guy, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, pricing on these then?
So volume, we'll do pounds, 150. Mid is 350.
Nice. That's a good gap.
Yeah, and then the high, I want to say, the thing is with the high, it's kind of a weird one because I gave him a discount. It's not what I'd normally
Let's work on what it
charge.
would normally be.
Yeah, so I'd say you want to be high, like let's say 1K a month.
I would say at least, yeah. I would say anything from 975 to 1250 would be good for you right now.
Yeah, yeah.
350.
Because you say it's like a 3 to 5 multiplier, isn't it? It needs to be in that figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would for now, right, just to get people in. And once people have seen other people in, it becomes much easier to sell because it's like, it isn't just about having a guinea pig in the brand, it's about having a guinea pig for the program.
Yeah.
So like, as soon as I label Apex, Apex sells at a much higher price, much faster. For example, I had a client and he was like, oh, what about your Apex? Could I go in there? He'd already heard about it. He'd already heard that people had been in it. And then he came in, paid a higher price and won it the whole year. So
yeah.
It's important. I would try and, bro, every week I would have a time in your calendar where I would scan this, right? And I would scan this. And I would say, is there 2 to 3 sniper messages I could send who I could even just present that to? I wouldn't focus on upgrading this to this because even though it's more money, it's
more
counter.
Yeah, it's counterproductive. Volume, we love volume.
So I would, 100%. I think this is like, there's people in it right now. So let's run it. Let's not remove people from it.
Nah.
But I say focus on selling this.
Yeah.
Focus on selling that. And focus on selling that. And my goal then, my lens would be, how can you make this 3x what this was and you not even do it? Like you not even be involved apart from the call.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe I would be thinking, is there some info like intro onboarding, the weekly call with you? So like I have guys and they're in my elite and they're paying me depending on the duration. It's let's say between 300 and 550 a month.
Yeah.
But they're on there with me. And there's also guys paying me 4 or 5K in certain programs a month.
Yeah.
But they still get me.
Yeah.
They're still like, they watch my YouTube, they watch my Insta, they want me.
Yeah.
But I'm on that call anyway.
Yeah.
And all of the programming behind it, you then need SOPs. And I would ghost coach. Right. Even, like, might be you, it might not even be you and your brother. You could look at like, even you could have a client who's been with you 12 months, let's say.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I would love to make $2,000 a month online so I can not do my job. And he knows your business inside out. And then you just need to build systems. So I would build, let's say, all training programs, all nutrition. Another good thing on how you can do this, basically, how can you remove, you want to be able to have a process where you can sell this and even from the sale to the result, you not be involved, but it's better than your current mid.
Yeah.
How you do that is you have this filmed by you, systemized. You have the weekly calls where you're involved. Ghost coach, but I would build an AI brain. One, so they can get support in there, but they're getting, and so like, like if they just go on, let's say ChatGPT now, you get generic. What you can do, like in different industries, there's softwares that have been built to do this, but you can even go on Claude and make your own GPT.
Yeah.
Right? And I would make your own GPT. I would basically think, what's every mistake, every person, every blind spot, what's all the mistakes people could make, right? And what's the solution? What's every question you've ever been asked by a client? And I would just basically put one day in your diary to just voice note all the answers and context to this. And I would embed that in the app.
Yeah.
The second thing I would do is I would make one for a coach so that he doesn't even need to ask you and need meetings with you on how to do it. So like, let's say you have, let's say, for example, one of the things that could happen, it might be like, Tom, what should I do? He's got leaner this week, but his weight's gone up.
Yeah.
And he's hit the plan. What would you do? Like every single scenario. He's just fallen below KPI. What amendment? Am I pulling from carbs or fats? You need to have flows for like what should be done in what order and what systems. Because intrinsically, you just look at it and you've got a pattern recognition. You just know.
Yeah.
Scale you've got to systemize your brain when you want to scale. And one of the biggest things I did was basically just have a system where like anybody could retard-proof follow it. And like, I don't want to sell my company. That's not a goal. But I was reading a book years ago, and it's like, you can't sell a company unless you have SOPs, right? I.e., they have to be able to come in and just run the same business and get the same inputs and outputs to the same degree. And I want to imagine you got to build that like you're going to sell it, right? Like someone can come in and the marketing and the delivery and the customer, they can all be done as if you've done it the same exact way.
Yeah.
And I would do in like your creative blocks, your growth blocks, like ideating on this, what you could do. So I would have like a GPT for a coach and I would have a GPT for a client. And then now they have instant replies, your clients, right? With your advice, it's going to be less emotional because if it's something stupid, you'd be like, for fuck's sake, right? So they're actually going to get a good response fast, and then they get you for an hour and a half or an hour on a call instead of just a loom from a random guy or you that you can't be asked to do. So then you can end up removing this. Everyone's in this and they prefer this to this, and it's more cost effective. So like my brand now, I said once we have 100 results come through brand, I actually, some people go the other way. They go, I'm going to push the price up. I go, I want to have less time in brand. I'm going to systemize it even more. I'm going to make it even better and make it less.
Yeah.
But then my high, I'm going to double it.
Okay.
So basically my volume brand can become even more accessible.
Yeah.
And is better. And then you've got a volume domination product.
Yeah.
So like now, more people can get in my brand than ever. It's better than ever. It requires less of my time, but it was better than when I was slightly involved in messaging them back all the time.
Yeah.
Now, people who were in on certain things before, they get the same, but like, it's like you kind of having these till they're not.
Yeah.
But that's always the lens. I go, how can I be out, but they get more? And then you have something that you can run to the moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas most people just literally just go one for one on this, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah. And then just try to push that up.
But for me, I would systemize this at the same price.
Yeah.
And then genuinely based on the value, like if this is a genuinely elite physique coach, which I know it is, and you hold a very high standard, once you've done, I would keep it this, drive people in, and master this over a 4 to 8 week period of time. Then I would be turning this to 225 minimum, right? And I would 225 to 275, 300 even, right? I would then remove this, and I would pump this.
Yeah.
And then I would show a lot more of this.
Yeah.
Because that creates magnetism for this. It's like the
I'm with it,
business class.
Yeah.
Now people like, what's funny is you see people when they go on Emirates and they like, even when they're in economy, they'll be taking a story because it's like they're on Emirates.
Yeah.
Certain people.
Yeah.
You want that.
Same as the Gucci socks analogy.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I would be doing here in terms of just like a business model growth.
Yeah.
Nothing too technical, but that's how I would be thinking about scaling it. How can you get you out of here and make it better than it is now, more predictable than it is now?
Yeah. The GBT thing is that's a good nugget I'll get to work on because I don't have that. I've got the like everything's systemized from like when they joined. Like let's say a guy joined last night. He comes through, welcome videos there to be had, documents there to produce.
Should be your brain.
Yeah, it's all, and that's all my brain. But having that there will add that next layer.
I would build it with every resource you've ever got. Fire it in every call recording you've ever got. Fire it in.
Okay.
Like you can build it like that, and then I would also basically just get tons of questions in front of you, leave it on audio, and just speak to it for a day. Yeah. And I would say a day a week, I'm going to speak to it. I'm going to speak to it, and it's just going to keep absorbing. And test it over a month, and then I would do the same for a coach. Yeah. More technical on amendments. The questions are going to be different, but like imagine right now if I'm on HubFit and I'm working for you, I'm a coach. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's losing weight. I feel like we still need to lose more body fat. I'm going to ask Tom, shall I pull carbs or fats? Photo. Shall I pull fats? Why? But that's what you know what I'm saying? It's like, he's still at 55 fats. Let's pull the fats down to a baseline, and then that means we can keep glycogen as high as possible. All right, that's got to be in there. The coach needs to be it. And you can actually have someone who's pretty new to coaching coach at the highest level. But then the support and the wisdom, they're not dealing with like, I don't like customers, let's say you do have an introductory level coach, I don't want them really conversating too much because it's easy to follow execution, but like I want the wisdom to come from me or a high level individual. But that's the call. Or they can use their own GPT and get a potent answer. So I don't like the whole have coaches and they speak to clients with you. No. They execute on building and updates. You have a system which is your brain that speaks answers, and then they get the authentic Tom they bought into on a call, which is like, now I get a live YouTube with Tom. Gold.
It is gold. It is gold.
And like, if you deep it, people would pay 4x that. But you don't even need to charge that. Like, it becomes an undeniable offer. It's like,
it is.
It's better than everyone else's offer, and it's more accessible.
You can't not win.
And while everyone else is there scaling their, the other coaching business is trying to scale with coaches and getting further away from the customer. You become the individual who stays real. But you got to have systems for that.
I never liked the idea of just getting random coaches and people in. I just hated the idea of it because I wanted everything lean. That's always been my philosophy. Keep things as lean as possible. That's why I like this volume idea.
So lean, bro. Lean systems, but real. And that's why you got to build it this way. I literally don't see another way to build it in this day and age. Like the world's going everyone's getting more distant, aren't they? Everyone's just like an educator. Everyone sounds like ChatGPT. And then if you can be the individual who's the real one, people are then going to magnetize to you. And you can just drive them into that. But this is something, bro, there's no reason you can't have 500 plus people in.
Well, I was going to say,
more.
That's the goal. Because for me, it's always just been about impact. Like, that's why I like flying around the world and, getting a picture with like their flag, my flag, them in shape. That's what fulfills me. It's going to do stuff like that. So I was like, how can I just do that on a mass scale? That's why when you were speaking about, you need something that scales by volume, I was like, let me deep this and see what he's talking about here, because this is right up my street.
Yeah, you want it to be you, but not killing the calendar.
Exactly.
Cool. Where would you say right now, so this is business model, where would you say, whether it's on sales, like actually closing, whether it's on lead gen, whether it's on content, where would you say with messaging, ICP, where would you say from your perspective, you feel like you've got a leak, or not even necessarily a leak relative to where you want to be?
I'd say out of everything you just said there, it's probably content on Instagram. Like a lot of my business grows mainly on referrals and still some from Instagram and YouTube, but like... Which
is great, but the impact where you want it, we need a marketing machine.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'd say the deficit is at the minute.
But you got to see a good lens to that in terms of if you have a product which is so proven, what you have to look at it is through the lens of you have customers which love this stuff. They're referring people. So they have belief systems about your brand that cold audience don't.
Yeah.
You have to analyze what are those things.
Yeah.
And then how can you make it so that you can get those people from not knowing to buy it.
Yeah.
And this is an issue I had back in the day when I'd have people in the product, they loved it, like, this is so much better than any single coach I've ever, like, leagues ahead, it's so much more for me. And then, even then on my content, I went one step further. I was creating content which I was like, that's speaking to the same person, and I was getting like a couple of hundred views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sometimes 500, but they would be watching the video. You may have had this, like a few hundred views on a YouTube video. The people watching are like clients. Are like, this is the go-to channel.
Yeah.
And it's like you're delivering almost like the product again.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for them, but it's not able to get enough cold. We need to translate what the hot audience love into a language that speaks to cold.
Yeah.
That's the next level for you. Is
100%.
going from how do we get customers who love it to audience who love it to new audience who can love it.
Yeah.
We need new audience who can love the same as what they're feeling.
100%. That is exactly that. You've hit the nail on the head there. Because I have people that get results and they send me pictures just from watching the channel, and I'm like, yeah, decent. So like, we just need more of you to feed the army.
Yeah, with someone like yourself, you have no issue with like the context you talk about. It's going to be perfect for your ICP. The value in there. It's like a lot of it comes down into packaging and concepts.
Yeah.
Like the more psychology of what gets people into that ecosystem. It's more, it is more of a traffic and leads problem, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So strategy at the minute. Talk to me on your blueprint. I was having a little look on your YouTube. You post it frequently, right?
Yeah. To be fair, it's in my like daily process. I film a YouTube every day, and now in the beginning it was to get good at it, and now I love the game, so I just continue to do it. And the way I see it is, if I'm doing it daily, I'm going to get better, even if there's like a gap of where I'm at now. And I've just found that to be like one of the biggest machines to like supercharging business, and for me just to get better as a human.
Also, like you're practicing communication for a living, which is the number one contributor to wealth. Like if you look at the wealthiest people on the planet, they're all communicators, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about Instagram? What's your thought process on Instagram at the minute?
Yeah. So Instagram, do you know, I'm less consistent on Instagram.
That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
I post results given. That's always served me very well. In the first year in 2024, I never like made those cringy reels that people do. I only posted results, and it grew off the back of that.
Yeah.
And then I pair that with either a bit of lifestyle, if I'm traveling like quite a lot, so I'll show like what I'm doing, but not in like a look at me way, just like, this is what I'm up to styles, so people can understand that. And then I'll do the talking head reels, giving mindset concepts and like just the way I see things, which I like to do, because again, it's quick, easy, pull the camera up, give your piece, and then get it out.
So when you say lifestyle or results, that's the belief of authority and credibility.
Yeah.
I believe this individual can get me this thing.
Exactly.
And for me, besides one other thing, that is the tool of Instagram. Number one tool of Instagram is visual authority and credibility.
Yeah.
All right. But equally as important, leads. Is where I would want more.
Yeah.
Okay. You could also basically do what I would call go authenticity, like, which is what you're doing. But integrated with beliefs. So like, if you just get a random thought, but it has to tie into the need for the thing.
Oh, with
It has to.
like we were speaking about adjacent content, if you will.
Tie it in. So like, sometimes even on my stories, and sometimes I don't even CTA it, I'll just speak it. But like if I come out with something which is just out the mind, because people like hearing you think live, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like, especially in this day and age when everyone's so scripted and so ChatGPT'd up,
Yeah.
when someone just speaks from within, it's quite rare. But I always have like a principle that I tie it back to the need for. So like, if I think the other day I said something about like time doesn't exist. And then I was like, it comes back to competence, it comes back to intention, it comes back to your process, but then it's coming back to the products, it's coming back to build. So everything I would try and tie back to that. You can do those off the cuff, raw, or they can just be clipped out your YouTube. I think it's just like a high leverage thing to have, and it's, for me, do YouTube clips get as much as if I was intentionally making Instagram content? No, but they move people straight away. So like, some people will look at a clip and go, that's from a YouTube video, I'm gonna go type him in on YouTube. That actually does wonders for the YouTube algorithm as well.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't like to fake bait on Instagram and then try and get them from like a super dopamine piece of content to a deep piece of content. I actually like to see, I'm going to put here, clipped bottom of funnel. Like, I would actually, I treat my bottom of, for speaking, I see my bottom of funnel as top of funnel. Like, I would rather just clip straight out the stuff that speaks straight to the ICP, and if they relate with it, see how easy that is to just move those over.
Yeah.
Whether it's straight into applications, straight into leads, straight into YouTube, etc. And then the other one is
You'd say YouTube is more bottom of funnel instead of top of funnel, or it depends.
But the bottom of the funnel is the top of the funnel.
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
for me, YouTube's the machine, bro.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
YouTube's the entire machine. Instagram for me, I see it all as one platform, but it's 90% YouTube, bro. In terms of the powerhouse, especially like if you're not selling low ticket bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be selling 1K, 5K, 10Ks, you want reach of buy-in, not just reach of eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need YouTube, bro.
Yeah, you do. You have to be posted on YouTube.
Yeah.
People
100%.
can watch like a week's worth of your videos and they know you inside and out, your beliefs, and like whether they trust you or not. But you can't get that on Instagram, really.
Well, think about it. Like, let's say me and you were business partners right now, and we hired a assistant guy to work for us and do some stuff in the background. But all we did was talk about how important gym is, how important nutrition is. Guarantee you, after 3 days, he would go, "Can you make me a meal plan?"
Yeah. Very true.
Right?
Yeah.
Proximity. Like, let people absorb your mental syntax. My biggest belief is if people have your mindset, they would have bought your thing. It is that simple.
It is that
and you
simple,
can come across a mindset-y coach, but like, you're actually just giving them your syntax. And that comes with time. You know, if you hear something once, the first time you heard crypto, you didn't think anything. Then you heard crypto and you're like, nah. Then you heard crypto and then you're like, maybe I should buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, you have to hear things a lot.
Yeah, you do.
And you want to be in front of them as much as you can. So I would be on Instagram. I would have the raw ones, and you can start them wide, like adjacent, but bring them back in narrow.
Okay, yeah.
So it could be a story. I could be like, I was just walking through the gym this morning. Okay, everyone can listen to that. But then by the end of it, I'm so narrow on my ICP that it's actually created movement. There is no point in a piece of content ever if it doesn't create something to happen.
I'm with you. One of my best talking head reels, it was funny enough, it was part of a YouTube video, and I was just telling the story of how like I moved to Dubai, I got in like elite level shape, and it allowed me to go and like build the confidence to start the Gorilla Platoon. But it's like I told my story about basically how I went from like nothing to successful. But I've put in there and I show the physique of how I looked at the photo shoot, and I'm tied it back to that. And that was just random, like you say, you're telling a story, but then you've thrown that in there as well. That was one of my best performing ones.
These raw talks, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want to start as what? Stories are a great way. Stories, like, everyone leans into a story.
Yeah.
You know, you could be, I could be like, let's say I sold a how to coach, not like the marketing and the business side, but like I was like a J3 university. I was gonna teach you how to be a good fitness coach in terms of like results.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I could be like, guys, I was just in the barbers this morning, and it was interesting because a guy came over and he was like, oh, would you like us to make you a coffee? And I was like, well, for sure, you can make me a coffee. You could throw some little details around, like the sprinkles, let them feel the room.
Yeah.
And he brought me the coffee over, and it was 10 out of 10. And then I got back, and my missus had ordered us coffees from a coffee shop, and it tasted like shit. And guys, the moral of the story being, if your only job is to do one thing, make sure you're fucking good at it, right? And the reality is most fitness coaches are fitness coaches, that's their only job, and they're shit, right? Meanwhile, the average guy in the gym can give better advice than you, right? Your sole duty is to become a master of the thing you're supposed to be a master at. University. Right? Like, you see how like I would take this wide, anyone can listen, and just funnel them down a hole?
Yeah.
And that's how I would leverage like the authenticity. Something can, because you'll have it all the time, right? Where you're like, you're in a random scenario and you're like, that can tie. Or you're listening to a book and it's talking about something that means nothing to do with your business. You're like, that analogy, perfect.
Yeah.
Analogies, metaphors, stories.
Yeah.
And tie back to the need or a mental model, like that sales, isn't it? It's like asking a question, or it's like, it allows them to sell themselves on why they're being an idiot not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did
I like that,
you're handling objections, you're selling all in one.
Yeah.
It'd be like me saying, when I want to go to Dubai, I go to the airport and I pay $5K, I get on a flight with a pilot and a plane. That's a very normal thing, right? You would never just go and set off on your own swimming to get there, even though you technically could. Well, that's what you guys are doing this with, trying to fucking build a brand on your own. You could literally just jump on a fucking plane, get there. Well, but it's if I just said, guys, you should hire a coach to do, it doesn't.
God goes straight up.
God goes straight up.
Whereas the analogy story, boom, comes straight down.
Analogy stories, number one.
Yeah.
So I would do that. And then this is important. When you're clipping from, so if you've got the 9 belief systems, right? When you're clipping, if you've got an editor to do it for you, right? Which you can get for not much, right? Whether you're going to post 1 a day, 2 a day, whatever, right? I would really invest in just building a mini info product for just the editors on what a clip must do one of these things. Otherwise, you're just dead clipped. It must build trust, or it must install the need for derivative desire, or it must show that this is the precursor to, like, if you go through the 9 belief systems, your clip must, basically, don't just extract filler from YouTube. Extract the beliefs where they were said, the feelings. You know when you say certain outcomes have to happen from this YouTube. They have to have these beliefs. They're the bits we need to extract. Or it could be you can extract an objection. Or it could be, But if you're having clips, make sure that that's trained to not just be something random. It could just be a value bomb where you just I say sometimes, give them a fish. Don't teach them how to fish, just give them a fish. And that could be, Tom's got amazing authority, credibility. I trust him. He's an expert in this thing. That's a belief. But that's what I would say that. Then leads, I would say they either want to be one, I'm actually going to talk about that last. One is obviously straight to application funnel, which you could just do in stories. 2 would be hand raisers. In stories, but then you can also, these are big, like even your YouTube videos. Let's say you have something which is like this. Enter the Brotherhood, you did a UK team photo shoot. I'd be like, guys, I've just done a photo shoot behind the scenes with this in the UK, and I've actually captured it. They don't need to know it's on your YouTube channel. I would just say, if you want me to send over the video behind the scenes, Bro, I did one recently for like a YouTube that was just on my YouTube. And instead of just the link, I basically just said, I've just filmed a behind the scenes with a one-on-one client. We broke down his brand. We gave him the steps of the highest leverage things he needs to do. Bro, I got like 60 leads and my story views were like wanked that day, right? At least 6 of those are working with me now.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
So like, just obsess over it's intention. Everything is about intention. If I'm going to do something, something has to happen from it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things. And I would be obsessed over like application hand raises or going back to YouTube because it will create more of that.
Yeah.
Even if you have a post and it's a YouTube clip, well, you could have down, if you're talking about the need for fitness, if you're like, if you want my fitness blueprint, message me this in the bottom. Right? You could be like, if you want the full YouTube video, message me this, right? Whether or not it pumps with the content, it doesn't matter, but like, it's a lead. You want to build your entire business so that people can come through the door to you. You don't want to be going through the door to them. Then, like, when I got time when I'm going to speak with leads, I have a sheet of everyone who's come through the door to me and I'll go speak to them.
Yeah.
That's who I want to speak to, but I have to have as many doors for people to come through as possible. It's application, it's lead magnets, it's hand raises, it's opportunities like that.
Yeah.
And I just think, you see me as well, I even have like my WhatsApp, ask me anything, I'll get back ASAP. Some people, especially I find my ICP just kind of like that. They just want to like cut the bullshit in their mind. I'm just opening the door, but then that's who I can go and speak to. I want to have as many people to speak to as possible. So like if you think about what is the point of content, the point of any piece of content, the reason you make a YouTube video, the reason you do anything is so that someone has come to you to speak to you.
Yeah.
So I'd always have that in my mind with Instagram. Blueprint wise, we'll go deeper though.
Yeah.
So when it comes to YouTube, you made some fat loss progress, but don't believe you'll actually get lean. Okay, solution aware. Become the man, photo shoot, solution aware, / brand aware. You're successful, you could say that's problem aware. My environment keeps you at 25% body fat. How I took him from 25. That's a good title.
Yeah, so some of these are like wide, more concept based to try touch on other for like a big audience, but see whether it's how I took him from 25 to 9% or how I took him from 20% to 10%.
I think
they're like the specific ones. I don't try and bang them all the time. But
do you know what though? I promise you, before I looked at views, I was only looking at titles. The only 2 titles where I actually thought, I feel like there's something to... What a lot of the titles are missing is promises.
Okay.
And the ones which have got the views where I go, oh, there's a promise.
Yeah.
How I took him from 20 to 10 in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? They have a perceived payoff. Oh, that means by the end of this video, in 15 minutes, I can also go from 20 to 10.
Yeah.
They have a payoff.
Yeah.
How I took him from 25 to 9%, they have a payoff. But can you see there's a time frame here? So there's like, that's why the views are up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's more promise, there's more clarity, there's more definitiveness. And you'll start seeing these patterns through stuff. Like I've analyzed obviously God knows how many YouTube titles.
Yeah.
The pre-phase you're skipping, causing your fat loss to stall after 3 weeks. Again, that's a common problem, common pain.
Yeah.
Don't bulk, do this instead, shift in belief.
Yeah.
So here's what I would do, right? I would just make a sheet of all of your top video titles, and a lot here are like going from X to X, or it's shifting a very common belief that isn't even that ICP narrow. Like even your 22% to 8%, it's not ICP spoken. It's what I would call a perfect core casual new. Core, the doctor, can still press on that thing.
Yeah.
But they don't have to be a doctor to press. Someone who's a bit out. So like, that's what I like to do. I like it to be my pure ICP can press, but so can adjacent ICPs, and then when I speak in it, I only speak to my ICP.
I'm with you, yeah. Yeah.
So like I can make a video on get ripped, rich, and always have unlimited energy. Well, every guy on the planet wants to be ripped, rich,
right, yeah.
but I'll come in and I'll speak to a guy like you straight off the bat, and I'm kind of ignoring that I'm not speaking to a crowd, I'm speaking like that.
I'm with you, yeah.
So you can make titles which are hyper narrow, like on my brand channel, I sometimes do some really close, like the reason you're unfulfilled making 10K a month in your coaching business, like that's a very narrow problem.
Yeah.
Right. But there's such a high conversion. I had people inbound me, just message me like, I've never had a video speak to, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Now they're good, but it's a different part of the flywheel. You're not expecting to get thousands of views.
No.
You're expecting to convert. And I would be trying to make my focus for you would be trying to make as many.
So let's say out of 7.
So if we're honest, on your channel, bro,
Yeah.
you need wide solution aware,
Okay.
titles.
Yeah.
So they want in fitness, okay? In the video on fitness, you still need to sell the need for fitness,
Of course, yeah.
right? It doesn't mean that we don't sell a need for it, but like that's important because like I would get closest to the sale
Yeah.
in your circumstance. I'd be like, people if they're outwardly looking for fitness, they're going to be closer.
Yeah.
Especially now if we just reinforce their beliefs on the necessity for it. So I would go wide solution aware titles. That is the tangible thing. It's the tangible pain or desire or outcome, we could call it, of ICP, but can also be core casual new.
Yeah.
And that's why like this body fat, why you can't lose your lower,
Yeah.
why you can't get those abs through, why you go really aggressive in a diet and rebound. These things, where it's like, it's still the problem, but the specifics of the life of the exact guy are not there.
It's funny, in 2024, I only made videos like that. My channel grew pretty nice. It got a load of leads. And then I kind of came away from it as much, maybe in like the past 6 months. And then I found the growth of the channel slowed right down. And it's only recently started to pick back up again. But it's almost like you need someone, like I'm in the bottle, I need someone else to tell me what the label says.
Bro, I've made this mistake. I was speaking with Will not long ago, and we were kind of like, sometimes you have something going so good, but like we're all, as entrepreneurs, are obsessed with testing, and I'm a big tester.
Yeah.
And he was saying the same, big tester, but sometimes you do 2 years and you go full circle and you go, I had the thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I've just done all this
Yeah.
and I had the money.
Yeah.
And it can piss you off. And sometimes you just need like an outside perspective.
You do, yeah.
I would have room in the strategy for testing. So like I would be like, I'm going to allow myself to test some of these new problem-aware, unaware titles.
Yeah.
I'm not against it, but your ratio, I would be leaning.
Yeah. Like, let's say...
The data doesn't lie.
No,
bro.
it doesn't. So like what we're saying, like 5 videos need to be what we've just said.
Are you doing dailies, right?
Yeah.
So I would set a blueprint for daily, but like, if you start getting one pumping, bro, I wouldn't post again straight away.
Oh, really? I've heard that before. But
true.
it always goes against my, but I posted every day thing. But I have heard, which it makes sense because like it starts to pump, and I think if you put another, it like kind of kills its.
Watch this, bro. Now, I did change strategy. I remember even coming on the brand call saying, guys, from this week, I'm going to be doing something. Watch.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, because your views, they blew up, didn't they?
Watch this here. These are all like fucking dailies. And then, or they were around, probably before this actually. But I used to do dailies. Like around here, these were all the time.
Yeah.
And as soon as I came in here, I basically just did, I'm going to do once. I basically said to myself, I'm going to go one every 7 days.
Yeah.
But the time I'd invest into doing it is going to be the same in terms of like thinking. So I'd have blocks where I'm thinking, it weren't just like I start on a Monday morning and I do it all on a Monday. Like I'm brewing this. It's like marinating.
Yeah.
also just becoming way more aware when I'm speaking with people. Like I could have had a moment 2 minutes ago, I'm like, that's going in a video somewhere.
Yeah.
Like everything I say, I've said before in these videos.
Yeah.
But if one starts pumping, and if it doesn't, you see here, I fired again.
Yeah.
And I'll just drop another one straight out.
Yeah.
But I would be open to, like for me, it's a leverage game, isn't it? So it's like, well, what if you could get 5 times the views in one video or 2 videos or 3 videos? Who's smarter?
Yeah.
You know, if they're potent. And this is something I used to have the hustle mindset, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to train it out of me.
Yeah, that's the space I'm in.
I would focus, because the thing is, right, if we're going to go like, if you're only going to do, this is important, if you're only going to do what works, you can't do that every day. So like right now, if you're the stuff that works, you're doing it like 4 times a month, well, just do that 4 times a month.
Yeah.
Right? And then the other stuff, I would say, instead of making 5, let's say you make 1 a week, which is the type that works. Okay, find that type that works, make 1 a week, but make it go 3 times wider. More time in, right? So like I would be saying the one that works, like the performing stuff, times it by 3, times it by 5
Yeah.
in width and potency and intention.
Yeah.
Then I would come back to, okay, well now if I was going to do 6 videos here, I'm going to go, well, these 6 performed really not ideal. So now let's do 2 and make them all 3 times better. That's smarter.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is.
So I would have your killer solution aware. And then I would go another solution aware. And then I'd go problem aware. There's only so many times you can run solution aware tiles too.
I was thinking that there is.
You'll for example, if I made a psycho video every day, bro, watch me burn a fucking lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've gotta like think about your audience, right? They're sat at home. You'll burn your 25 to 9% body fats if you post one every day.
Yeah, you will.
So I would have 1 a week and just make it 5 times wider, right?
Yeah, I know.
5 times better. And then I'd have a couple of other things where I'd be like, my ICP, we need to work on the packaging to make them click it. But my ICP, if they're going through the week, how many videos are they really going to actually consume? They'll always hit this one, easy. Then I need to create a couple more packagings that they're going to take value from, but is less like framed in the same way. So it's like, it's a new stimulus enough. So I would probably have one which is like X to Y, you could call it.
Yeah.
Which is great for product awareness, testimonial, boom.
Yeah.
Then I would have one like how you, right? It could be what you're eating in a day, how you do this, how you set up this, how you train, how you eat.
Yeah.
I would look at that. So it's solution awareness, but from a new angle.
Yeah.
Because now it's not teaching from third person. This is what I do, but it's still solution. You could pretty much these could be the same video, but it's how I and how they.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I would work on a packaging frame where it's problem aware. Run me through your ICP then. So like,
yes, we've got 2 mainly. So you've got the like business professional guy, doctor, entrepreneur, essentially has pretty much everything squared apart from his fitness and his health.
Okay, if he doesn't know you, tell me every video he could press on YouTube. This is a good place to start.
Yeah, it is. And having spoke to them literally in the flesh, they say the way they found me were the videos of like how I took him from X to Y% body fat. And the fact I was just printing results in 2024, well, still do, but they just kept watching him, be like, oh, he keeps producing results. There's his credibility, and I like the way he gives it.
So the high leverage, the smart people, they're like, I wanna get a tangible outcome.
Yeah, they are. And a lot of them have said, like, if I can picture them all off the top of my head, they all said, like, it's no bullshit, straight to the point. You tell me how we're going to do it, and we get it done. And they're all like that, and they're all, like, high earners, like,
Right.
let's act now.
Besides you then, if even you could say besides fitness, because that's proven your solution aware. Your solution aware is going to be X to Y, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be how I, or you could frame it as, you could swap on this. You could go how you, or like common pain. So this is like here to here. It's literally like posting a result but spoken, and it's the shit that works. Or this could be fed up of stubborn body fat, question mark.
Right.
So like, I would pick one of these for the other one, but I would keep it at 2 solution awares, which are like 10 out of 10 potency.
Yeah.
And I would obsess, like, you know me, I have certain title formats on my YouTube, and it's like the same format every time. You need the same format here. You need to create the same feeling.
Yeah.
This is Tom's video.
I know what's coming from it.
The same here. We need to create a format for this.
Yeah.
Right? We'll do this today.
Yeah.
Problem aware, I would now try and remove all realms of fitness, all realms of you. If we're going, like, what topics, what things are they looking at online? Are they watching golf? Are they looking at peptides? Are they, what are they doing, bro? Like, if they're browsing home feed, what are things that they could click on if you just removed you from the picture? What could they press on? Because I always like to remove the belief of, like, I don't believe they only press my face. They're pressing other people's shit.
Oh yeah. They've said that. They've said they've pressed on, like, you know, loads of other, like, fitness influencers and whatnot.
So to me, that probably sounds like they're pressing on how I frame.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say if you can have a really specific, maybe we try this, right, for now. And then we can, for now, and then we'll come back narrower, because then we've got data.
Yeah.
Let's do basically, this could even be like vlog style. It could be sat down talking head. It could be how I set up my nutrition, but it's the same video as how he sets up it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Then here, I would also do mistake / pain into belief shift, which I've already seen some results of on your channel, like, don't bulk until this.
Yeah.
Right? And I would, bro, there is no fucking need for any more fucking videos on the channel besides it. So, like, there's 3.
Yeah.
And now you've only got this gate to go through on each video. You can literally go tangibly every week. What is the best I can put together? What is the best? And you'll start thinking, instead of thinking, I'm going to make a video, let's go.
Yeah.
It'll start becoming, I have to potentize within this window. And you'll just have so much more potency.
Yeah.
Problem aware is something I definitely want to lean in, because this is like how you grow. This is converting in an existing market.
Yeah.
This grows your market.
Yeah.
This is huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've had people who came from, like, knowing me from, like, not knowing they wanted to be in shape to wanting to be in shape to now wanting to build a brand. That's like, that's where the 7, and the reason I started was because I knew I wanted to be 8 figures. Every 8-figure market has unaware and problem aware marketing.
Okay.
You create an industry. In organic, you have to. With ads, it can't really happen.
No.
You just go straight to solution, because you're not
gonna
watching
pay.
your ads for 3 years.
Yeah.
But if you want to, like, organically dominate over a 5-year period of time, we need to think about it as like offer adjacent. You could look at it as offer adjacent. What could they be clicking?
I think they might be clicking, you know, because they feel something's missing. They're going to be clicking stuff to do with, like, their, like, alignment, feeling, like, their general, like, dynamics of their family and stuff. Like, I had a guy send me a picture yesterday of him doing press-ups with his daughter on his back, and he's like, this was rep 101 to 107, for example. And then, like, I know for a fact when he was 17 kilos
How
heavier,
to be, like, almost more frames, like, in 17 minutes, you'll be the fucking OG father on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, and then because they want to be, their desire is they want to be the fucking best dad on the planet.
Yeah.
Right. No fitness was mentioned, but they want to be the best dad on the planet. We're speaking derivative desires rather than tangible outcomes.
Exactly.
This is where I would lean. And you know, I said on the brand call, when was it? 2 days ago. I said, the easiest way on problem aware is you go straight into pain or you go to derivative desires.
Yeah.
Derivative desires, from my perspective, on higher level people work best. Pain, in my opinion, only works best on solution aware. Sometimes pain on, it doesn't not work, but I could say feeling misaligned, question mark, but it wouldn't be as good as in 9 minutes you'll be you'll be the best role model for your kids. The desires, so like when it's on a topic of like a specific solution, why you can't lose your lower stomach fat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a specific pain, but if it's like a vague pain, no. So I would go specific pain here.
Yeah.
Right? But this here has to be like derivative desire.
Okay, yeah.
And it would, for me, bro, this would be like, what are the things they truly want? It's feeling good. It's being the dad. It's being the
leadership, being respected. Like, it's all these like male core desires, which are probably all inside all of us anyway.
What was the group you were in the military called?
The Paras. Yeah.
Right. So what the Paras taught me about leadership, they would probably press that.
Yeah.
That completely changed my family life. You could like, now you got story pulling, I would be thinking, what lanes of credibility that align with their desires can you talk on that you can get them here and go, whoof.
Yeah.
And by the end of the video, we write down the beliefs. What are the feelings, the beliefs that they need to lead with? If I want to be this as a leader, I need,
Yeah.
And then they're going to either be sold on the need so big they're going to come straight in, or they're going to come to these videos. And these sell the approach.
Yeah.
This sells the Tom approach.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So you've got the need for the tangible outcome of your offer, and then you've got the need for your mechanism and approach in here.
Yeah.
And bro, if you run that, like, I would say if you have a good blueprint, it's like, you can't not be like, I've already completed this game. Because you're like, if you run this now, bro, there is zero way you can't crush.
Yeah, 100%.
So that would be my YouTube.
Yeah,
and that would take 95% of my thoughts through the week. And then, like I said, Instagram, I always think, who can I become physically, lifestyle, business-wise? How can I show that? Results, credibility, you credibility, brand credibility, and then clipping from these.
Yeah.
Based on so like you may have a section in here where you're like, you can never be the father you need to be if you're not in good shape. All right, let's clip that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then you could pull little bits of the vlog. You could be like, here it could just be a section where you're talking about nutrient partitioning.
Yeah.
And they're like, this guy's on it. And you could be like, this guy went from da-da-da to here. Boom. Like I would clip from that and then have your own random. So my Instagram, I'd keep it simple. It would be visual you.
Yeah.
It would be visual brand.
Yeah.
Right? It would be raw thought. Need funnels, I'm going to call them. You know what that means from what we've gone through.
Yeah.
In terms of, it goes from my mind's here, but there's a lesson to come out.
Yeah.
And then I would have,
I'd say on that, put need funnels, put in brackets like adjacent stories, because that's what I've like labeled it in my head as.
Yeah, that's what it's called in the program, isn't it? Like offer adjacent.
Yeah.
Or handling objection. Or shifting belief, which brings them back to. basically they're selling themselves. What this allows them to do is see their next step, which is
Yeah. Because it's very good when you tell a story, the viewer, and I know this just from like being on the other end, the viewer puts himself in the same situation and then he finds his own like lack or flaws that he would have in the situation, and then it heightens them, and then you're like, and then you pivot it to the solution. That's when he's like, oh, I do need this.
So it should always lead to the outcome or approach of your offer. So, like the story I said earlier with like I'm selling this university.
Yeah.
But then I could also tell a story, let's make up a story on I was in a coffee shop this morning and their ability to produce X amount of coffee was whatever, right? That has zero correlation to how many, just because they can produce X amount of coffee, coffees doesn't mean they're going to sell that many, right? For example, like they upgraded their coffee machine so they can make a coffee every minute, but there's no customers, right? And then I could go into my content approach and kind of then they're like, yeah, fuck, I'm just blasting content. Instead, I shouldn't optimize for how many reps can I do. I should optimize for how many can I sell.
Yeah.
Right. What's going to be the most potent? Random, but like it should sell your mechanism or approach if it's a solution aware. You could have a solution aware story or a problem aware story.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But they all start adjacent.
Yeah.
Great. YouTube clips. Install a belief, one of the 9. That's all they need to do.
Yeah.
And bro, on the money there.
There's a lot of clarity come out of this.
Stories, I'm a big believer with stories. You should just be like, I see it like charity. You should just, every day, like I think about stories like feelings. I want people to watch my stories and go, I should be way better.
Yeah.
I want people to like go through here. Like every story I do, I like intentionally do it. So like, create yourself a bit of a blueprint. But like, that's obviously a YouTube funnel, right? Move to people to YouTube, then they can sell themselves. Here, they're like, fuck, he does 45 minutes cardio every day. I don't hold myself to that level.
Yeah.
That also infers feeling of, he always holds himself to this level. So what level would he hold me to? Even if they're not a fitness client, they're a business client, this guy possesses it in all areas. Like it's feelings, it's beliefs, it's trust. This is just raw value that shifts belief to needing my approach or outcome. This is like, fuck, he's up early, he's doing shit, he's on his shit, right? This guy operates at a level above me. Proximity to this guy could only make me more powerful. I should learn from this guy.
Yeah.
Training, okay, I can see an outcome, I can see a tangible outcome.
Yeah.
With clients, trust again. Physique, trust again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want someone to look at it, but then in there I could have every day, I'll put here, stories, it's process that inspires or shifts belief, like creates a feeling, creates a need through contrast, I would call it. They just see you operating. Like, have you ever heard of like pain point marketing, really like a generic statement, like pain point market, like, you're really fat and now they want to lose their fat, right? Well, the best way to pain point market isn't to call them fat. It's just for your contrast to make them see themselves as fat.
Yeah.
Right? Like if they're like, this guy's shredded, they've pain pointed them fucking self.
Yeah.
People will be like, bro, I need to get in that shape.
Yeah.
A lot of guys just join my elite by replying to my story, bro, I need to get that shredded.
Yeah.
Like, what makes people buy?
Yeah.
Process that inspires or creates need through contrast. And then I would call it engagement / lead. So this could be Q&A. It's a lead.
Yeah.
Could be polls. Now and again, I don't like to come across too over the top with shit like polls, but Q&As are really good. Q&As are a great way to just blast objections out as well, bro. You can
Yeah,
handle.
yeah.
I have a list of all my objections, and I cover like all of them in there. Hand raisers, DM for outcome. I use like an informal application.
Yeah.
A link to your YouTube, a link to your funnel, and I would have one CTA a day.
Okay.
So it might be YouTube one day, it might be coaching program another day, it might be free thing one day, it might be a poll another day, it might be a Q&A, then it might be a coaching program. And I would have some, so basically it's like your 90%, there you go. I'm holding you accountable by showing my process. Also, I like the course correction element of frequency of stories. It's like, let's say they're about to miss cardio. And then they see you doing cardio, like, fuck, I'm not going to miss cardio.
Yeah.
Then they associate their consistency and stacking wins with you.
Yeah.
That's huge psychologically.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I would have one engagement tour a day. I would have a minimum of one a day, but the majority I would go unlimited on this side.
Yeah.
In your process also, I would try and do one product awareness as well. One PA a day.
Yeah.
That could be on a pitch, it could be on a testimonial, it could be like that was my product awareness this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I could have, like even right now, Daffer, could you just film like a behind the scenes while we're chatting? But like shit like that.
Yeah.
Whether it goes on anything, I don't know, but like I like to just, I could be on a, you know, like if you're on with one of the best things you could do, I like the anti-flex sometimes of like, why don't I post on my group calls?
Yeah.
Don't need to.
No.
But then at the same time, I sometimes will, and it creates, oh fuck, this is all going on. But one thing I'll sometimes do is just, depends. Like if I'm trying to push something, I'll push certain things more.
Yeah.
So like if I wanted to really push Apex, I'd just be like Apex,
Yeah.
and it would be a one-on-one call on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how come you do, so you think posting a group call actually is a good idea?
Yeah. I'm just saying like, I look at like, where do I want to push people to?
Of course, yeah.
And
I like that.
and for me, I like if I can show one-on-one. Sometimes I think keep people thinking. Like sometimes I like in my stories, I might run a week where I'm like I literally show nothing but lifestyle, and they're like, "How's this guy just always training or sunbathing?"
Yeah.
And they don't know I had 4 hours of calls that day,
Yeah.
working my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
But then when you post, like, it's one of the laws of power, isn't it? Like let them think what.
Yeah.
You
It
know.
goes back to the like being naive, thinking everyone's smashing it style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them question what you do.
Yeah.
You know, let them be like, is this guy a fucking drug dealer? And then they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh no, this guy's got a sick code. I actually think oversharing sometimes, like every time you're on, like, you know, you always know someone's a beginner coach when they're like, I've done this before years ago, but like they sign a client and they put a story up and they're like, welcome.
I know. Yeah.
I'm like, overshare.
Yeah, I used to see that a lot. Welcome to the team. I've never done that. But
I'm like,
yeah.
And it's like, it's like, come back, anti-flex is like a term we could call it. Like, you just don't need to overshare.
Yeah.
People are like, this guy must have a lot of clients. They don't even need to know how many. You don't need to show all of them.
Yeah.
And I think just sprinkling little bits around, but yeah, I think stories, you need to be you need to show, there needs to be, you always have to have curiosity in your brand. This is actually really important.
Okay.
Look at books like, I don't like the book for like a way of life, but I actually think there's a lens with personal branding that if you even read stuff like 48 Laws of Power, like you scan, I don't deep read it, like scan it once a year and go, just draw, like if you write the heading, draw a question of what would that look like in personal brand? And you can actually create so much magnetism through that. That's a big thing. Also, one of the tape brands said with the consultancy stuff, the consultancy team from there, they have loads of like, keep them guessing. You know, you don't really know, like, you didn't really know how they made the money.
No,
you didn't really know, like, you were always kind of you were letting them draw conclusions. You didn't really know where all the cars were coming from. You didn't really know how many kids or girlfriends they had.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That was so intentional.
Yeah.
Like that was part of that, bro. That's literally on a fucking dock. Like that's like they will never know the exact
Yeah.
and say a different number every time.
Yeah.
You know, like that was part of this, and I think you don't want to like over just obsess on if I do these things I'm going to blow up a brand.
No.
But that it's big with psychology.
Yeah.
It's like if let's say this was a phone,
Yeah.
right? And right, imagine you've got a fucking new girlfriend, and you go out for dinner on date night, and you just kind of go like that, and you just put a little bit of a fake tits in,
Yeah.
and then back onto the fucking stage. All the guys are like, even the girls are like, what's that?
Yeah.
As soon as you share the faces, they don't care anymore.
No, they
they'll look
don't.
once and they're like, oh, I don't care about who he's with now.
Yeah.
They want to know when they can't see the full picture.
That's very true.
And I think you want to like glimpse it, but like certain things you should never fully reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point, actually.
And I do think when it comes to like positioning, and you've got, I think all the Robert Greene stuff's really good for, I know it's not built for marketing and personal branding, but like I think the book Seduction, I think the book 48 Laws of Power, there's definitely principles you can really lean into. Am I going to scream about it on brand calls on how to build your brand? No. Yeah. But I think the higher level you go, I think it plays a big role.
When you're looking for the 1%, that's where you're going to find it.
Yeah.
Bits like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you've said there is like, the first step I'll have is like, they need to like realign their new character. And like you say, it's all the knowledge, but then they need the daily process so that they execute on what we've just spoke about.
Yeah. So, and even with this, right? So like, obviously, obviously one of the things here is like, this is what to post on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is what to post on Instagram. It's like the what.
Yeah.
But even with the what, your lens will change when there's a standard. Because like most people go, I'm going to do 4 times YouTube a week. I'm going to do 2 Instagrams a day. It works nowhere near as well as what I'll show you works. So if I go, I'm going to post, I do 2 YouTubes a week on my main channel, 1 on my brand channel. So let's say 3 YouTubes a week.
Yeah.
But I don't say I need to do 3 YouTubes. I say I need to make 3 YouTubes a week that all produce me 20 leads. Because 20 leads turns into 12 offers sent, and 12 offers sent turns into 6 clients.
Yeah.
And then I can and 6 clients with an average order value of 3.5K. Boom. All right, now we're hitting them. That's where we need to.
You've deeped it all the way.
It's like, it's not just an input. Like most people go, yeah, I posted a video to, I'm like, but that's just so vague. That's like saying I ate healthy today, right? The difference between eating healthy and I need to, like if you were going deep on physique coaching and someone needs to hit a KPI of 1% body mass loss per week, that means they need a certain deficit across a week, and then across a day it needs to be this. So this needs to be the calories a day, the cardio a day, the macro. All right, now we've got like, it's not just nutrition and it's not just 4 meals a day, it's precision. It's what do we need within it.
Yeah.
So, easiest place to start is fire me a number, bro. What number for you now? In fact, you can answer this in 2 ways. You can fire me a number if you've got a number on your mind where you're like, I'd love to hit this.
Yeah.
Or you can fire me a number of clients that you want in each offer.
Yeah.
Both, because my mind, I can fire income numbers because I've already reverse engineered the other one.
Yeah.
But you can answer this how you want.
Yeah, sure. To be fair, I got an answer to both. Like, I'd like to make a grand a day, so 30K a month.
Yeah.
And then I'd like 300 people in that volume offer. Yeah. They're like the 2 numbers that come straight to mind.
How many would you like in your high?
Let's see, you're doing a call with each of them. Let's say 5.
Okay. And say this is going to be, let's say, at 1250.
Yeah.
Right. And this is going to be at 200.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you mainly sell it on a monthly price, or do you sell up front?
For both on those, there's a monthly and a yearly. In fact, on the mid and the volume, there's a monthly and a yearly.
Do you not do a 3 or a 6 month?
I can do. I've just not set up because was using School as a software, and they either do monthly or annual. But if there's like another software, I can.
I think you'll hit 30K very fast if you just had a 3 or a 6 month.
Yeah.
Because yearly, here's the reality: the people who buy my yearly buy my month and go upgrade to a year.
Yeah.
To buy a year off the bat, there has to be a lot of trust and stuff in the brand. 3 month people will go for.
Yeah.
Right, 6 month people will go for. So I would almost remove 12 months and have monthly a 3 and a 6, and just everyone who comes in on a monthly, a 3 or a 6, within 30 days, offer them a 12 months manually.
Yeah.
And I think you could 2.5 your business just by changing the doors.
Yeah. Yeah. They're old doors, to be fair. Old wooden doors.
So that's cash, bro. So that's 62.50. No, sorry, 66,250.
Yeah.
That's in recurring revenue.
Yeah.
Which is savage.
Yeah.
In recurring revenue, that's unbelievable. When do you want to hit that goal by?
December or January or whatever. Like, let's say we're halfway through the year, want to hit it by the end.
July, August, September, November, December.
Yeah.
5 months.
Yeah.
And at the minute, really, in your volume, you got 110, right?
Yeah.
So you got 110 clients in there. So let's say in 5 months, you've got to sign 190 with pure, but then what's your retention like?
Honestly, pretty good actually. Yeah, I don't.
So let's call it, how many in a 5 month period? How many clients do you reckon you'd on average drop?
Let me try and think.
How many would you reckon you lose a month?
At the minute, like 1 or 2. Yeah.
So let's call it 200.
Yeah.
Right, it was 190. Let's call it 200.
Yeah.
Okay, so 200 divided by 5. I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to calculate the whole thing.
Yeah.
40, obviously, but that's 40 new a month if you're wanting this on recurring revenue.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, if you do this and you're getting cash collectors, you're going to hit way beyond.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So we're doing your 66K MRR is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Right. So you need 40 new clients a month if we're doing this on the MRR model. Right, you can hit this way before, obviously. If not, you could do this in probably a quarter. You could do this in 10 new clients a month, which is kind of interesting. You could do this in 10, 20, but let's run this model, because this is the model we want.
Yeah.
Right? What's your close rate from someone? What's your close rate? Not on just applicate. If you track offers sent, so people you've actually sent an offer to.
Yeah.
What's your close rate?
I'd say at least like 50-60%. But I'm
high.
Yeah, but to be fair, like if I'm thinking of things off the bat, it's like, yeah, like the thing is they're coming from a lot of like the leads that have come in the last month that have been the biggest month have come from like kind of referrals, but they've been sent the link to get in touch with us, and then even me and my brother spoken to them, and like the majority of them have all joined. Yeah. So they're all hot as fuck, and then
let's build it off of 40%.
Yeah.
I think like depends how high ticket you are. I think if you're crazy high ticket, 25% is good.
Yeah.
I think if you are,
So we're not that high ticket with like
No.
what we've been selling. So no wonder it goes out.
My business at the minute, usually with like between 1.5K and there is higher, but let's say 1.5K to 15K offers.
Yeah.
I'm like 39.7%.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you aim for 40%, you should be flying.
Yeah.
And that's my 40% is by conversation.
Yeah.
That's not with calls or anything. So like you can easily hit the 40% marker. So basically, you need to do 40 divided by This is going to make you think very different, by the way.
Yeah, it already is, to be honest.
This is why it's such an important mental model to run. Because it's like the whole, have you like read 10x rule? Like everything's going to take, this shows you this is like a definitive maths on what level of action is required.
Okay.
But it comes close to where you think it's like 10x.
Yeah.
But it's 10x potency, not just volume.
Yeah.
So you're going to need 100... You're going to need to send 100 offers sent a month. Can you see why I didn't want to run sales calls now when I started doing the maths on my business? Okay? Because I can send easily 8 offers a day.
Yeah.
Whilst doing my normal day.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there doing sales all day. So today I'll send 8 offers minimum.
Yeah.
Close at least 4.
Yeah.
And I should know this, but like 8 times 30. 240 offers sent a month, right? So makes you think different. So you go, right, I need 100 offers sent. Now, how many of leads, this is applications, this is inbound conversations, this is lead magnets. This is why lead magnets is such a great one. This is hand raisers. This is DM me this if you want me to send you this video. How many of, basically, what's your conversation to offer sent conversion, right? So like if you look on like the brand tracker sheet, it'll be like conversations to offer sent to closed.
Okay.
You need to get very obsessed with like on a spreadsheets are the best way. There's softwares and they all suck, right? You need to like, I see it like there's a line and it's like this column's gonna be big, then I want this one to be about 50% of this column, then this one's gonna be about 50% of this column,
I'm with you,
right? And it's like a game, you gotta move people over.
Yeah.
100, let's say you have, again, if they're good lead, if they're like people who, if you've got good lead magnets and it's around your offer, if you're good at conversations, you should be getting offers sent, in my opinion, to at least 40%, right? Which is higher than what most would say. I'm a big believer you should be able to get offers sent to 40% of people, if not more.
Yeah.
But then if you go and right, I need 100 offers sent, again, that's 250 conversations. So you need 250 inbounds of any form. Hence why I do YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay? So you need 250 unique people to inbound you every single month. Okay? So that is 125, it's like what is that, 67.5 people a week. Okay? So you need 10 leads a day.
Yeah.
Right? So are you operating in a way that can create you 10 leads a day? Now, do you have enough doors to create 10 leads a day? Because most people, the biggest mistake, they just have an application funnel.
Yeah.
I'm like, with that traffic, 10 people ain't coming through that application funnel. You've already broken the system.
Yeah.
Right? So do you have doors where if you're putting out compelling belief-oriented, like the 9 belief systems, right, with enough traffic behind it, you need to create your 4 YouTube videos. I see all this as bonus, right?
Okay.
Like how I like to look at it, I like to just focus on, I need to do this from one engine and this engine will just multiply it.
Okay.
Right? So like, I think it's quite difficult to say how many is going to come from Instagram, how many is going to, in my opinion, everyone who was an Instagram person is also seeing my YouTube 99% of the time. So I would go, right, if you've got 67.5 leads a week and you're doing 4 videos a week, right? divide that by 4, you need 17. So I would do this, bro, when I'm like playing. I'd be like, you need 17 leads from that video.
Yeah.
It's gonna change the way you plan your video. It's gonna stop you thinking, video today, video today, video today. You're gonna start actually becoming crazy intentional.
Yeah.
Am I creating the feeling? Do I have the hook retention to get them to the body of beliefs? Okay, so you need 7 leads per YouTube video 4 times per week, okay? So now it's not just about what's the knowledge from inside brand. Now it's on the intention to apply to get 17 leads YouTube a week. So are you gonna have hand raisers in the videos? Are you just gonna be heavier on certain topics that create leads, right? Are you gonna do some deeper ICP work on what actually handling objections? You're gonna be, bro, one of the fastest ways to up your leads is just handle better objections.
Yeah.
Right? But how you craft the video is gonna be infinite. It's not, I don't even look at views now. It's like, you need 17 leads.
Yeah.
Now, can you genuinely get 17 leads from 400 views? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
Like the analogy is, imagine 400 people sat in a room and you convert well, like, you get 17 people.
Fuck yeah. So my whole philosophy was, like, I mastered sales on YouTube before I pushed traffic on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So like I became obsessed with how can I max conversion per video before I optimize how can I max my views.
Yeah.
So I made videos that were like a masterclass of converting. And then once I had that, I put that formula into a wider format. So I would, I've made videos that get 400 views and have made me 25K cash collected. I would argue close to 80 in rev from a video, from like lifetime value, right? With 400 views.
Yeah.
But then if you deep that, it's actually not that big a deal when you go, one of those was a 6K, one of those, like it's, let's say 10 people from 4, bro, give me a room with 400 people, I'll close 400.
Yeah.
If it's in person.
Yeah.
Like I'll be in their faces. I will close every motherfucker in that room.
Yeah.
So the ask isn't that big, but it makes you think more potently.
Yeah.
And it makes you think more on the messaging and who you're speaking to. That's as much your blueprint as filming these.
Yeah.
That's your blueprint.
Yeah.
But that's your lens behind the blueprint. So when you're going through, the formula I gave you on the call the other day where I was like, the planning process I go through on the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You need this in your mind the entire time. And bro, you won't necessarily do it in one video. You won't necessarily do it, in every video. But I'm just a huge believer in that, like, you have to, we were talking in the gym about like syntax.
Yeah.
Right? I like to operate, 10X book talks about, like, it's not about even hitting 10X. It's about the mental model that increases competence, right? There is no way you can't get 5X more out of your videos by just planning the video with this in the mind.
Yeah, for sure.
And you'll be surprised at like how fast they improve and actually start converting.
Yeah.
And then we want to basically go, right, what can we do now to ensure that we're getting this amount of leads out of the videos when we're doing the audits on the calls? Or if you've got anything out you want me to review through the week. But then we can push traffic at it. That's what I did with my main channel. I just said potency. Okay, now we're gonna put width on a process that converts.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, this is where I would be looking in terms of standards. You need, what was the daily amount of leads?
Was it like 10?
10.
I think it's 10.
So for me, if I go in my, like, I'm always expecting just this all the time, on my phone, like leads.
Okay, yeah.
We just want to be seeing fucking leads everywhere. You have to set up your infrastructure for inbound leads. And every day when you wake up, I want you to look at like your tangible blueprint of this is the piece of content I'm making. Like, it's gonna look, a successful guy's life's very simple, but it's the intention behind what he does.
Yeah.
So my day genuinely can look like, I wake up, I go to the gym, I come home, I film a YouTube video, I have lunch, I do cardio on the roof, and I listen to an audiobook in the sun. That's my day some day.
Yeah.
Some days I've got calls,
Yeah.
right? But the intention just in that block is what made it. So like when you're going through your day and you're looking at your blueprint, it's much more.
Yeah. It's like the equivalent of, like, we use the gym analogy, like two people can follow the same program, but if there's someone who's like, he's doing a set of lateral raises and he's doing a set of lateral raises, they're two completely different things. Like
Yeah.
he's getting so much more out of it. They don't look the same, but on paper, if you just read it, they are the same thing.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
And let's break it down. Let's say we're going off worst case monthly recurring revenue, right? And you go 10 clients a week on your 200. Makes it seem very easy, bro.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
In terms of new cash collected, you've got to add 2K new a week. Obviously, every week you're gonna have the others come back. You're gonna. But I would be tracking new cash when your retention's so good. The only thing, like, you know, when I talk about rev, I always talk in new rev.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I go, my standard is 5K a day.
Yeah.
That isn't including my fucking guys who are coming from last. That's 5K cash collected. Like that's from a marketing system. That's trackable from leads to sales. So, bro, in reality, you need to collect. Not that. It makes it seem so easy,
Yeah, it
bro.
does.
Like, you have to basically add 1 and a bit clients a day on a. Bro, can you see how now, like, people put 66K on a pedestal?
Yeah.
And you literally just go, we've got 5 months and this is the easiest thing in the world. As long as the intention is in the right place with content.
Yeah.
Can things take, more time than we think? Can things take way less time than we think? Yeah. But you'd be surprised at, you're going to be hitting you said you want 1K days, you're going to be hitting 2K days in recurring revenue. But in terms of new cash collection, when you're running in an MRR model, you're only looking at £285 days, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing crazy.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing, bro.
Yeah.
So I think the more you have, like, because then you can go to bed every night and you can, people go like a month and they're like, where were we?
Yeah.
Where did something drop off? You've got reference points of you need 285 a day new cash collected. And you need 10 leads. So every night I'd be analyzing that. That's the only two things, right? Where was I I would have in my, like, let's say evening review, out of the last 24 hours from yesterday's evening review, out of 10 leads, how many? 12 today. Sick, right? 4 today. How much new cash collected? 0. What can be done tomorrow to make it undeniable that tomorrow we don't have that same? And always coming into the next day with, I've built my competence from a lens I learned from data yesterday. You have to be data-driven daily. It's like, if you're not losing body mass, let's say in a diet, and you're not tracking that, how can you update the process moving forwards?
Yeah, it's very, do you know, when you put it like that, it's
and I think one of the biggest things, and I used to be so guilty of it, is like, I had this trait, and it pisses me off sometimes with like certain guys where they'll be, preaching discipline with fitness. I'm like, but you track everything, but you track nothing in business. Like, we got to bring that same trait up. Same with certain guys who are fucking the fat business guys. I'm like, you track everything like a religious fuck in business, and you track nothing with yourself.
Yeah.
But that's it, bro.
Yeah.
That's your benchmark. You want to see effectively 10 out of 10 go high level emails every day on leads, from a magnet, but 2 of them could be, on my spreadsheet, I basically, for every inbound lead, I basically just put their name. It might be their Instagram, their WhatsApp number, or wherever they came. and then there'll be a column which says source, and that'll be like, they just messaged me off the cuff on Instagram. They put their hand up on a hand raiser on Instagram. They came through my route to application funnel.
Yeah.
They came through this lead magnet. They came through referral and I got sent their number. They came through, all right. And then I've got all the dates. And then I've got, based on the conversation, what program would they be a best fit for? And then when they get to offer sent, date of offer sent. So date of inbound, date of offer sent,
Okay.
and what offer I sent them.
Yeah.
And then
Everything.
follow up column 1, follow up column 2, follow up column 3, cash collected, revenue. Basically, if they're on a 12-month or a 6-month or whatever, cash collected like today, so your 200, or if you did an upfront, whatever. Cash collected, revenue from them, and then the date of closing.
Yeah.
And that's all, like, that's, if I'm not on a call, I'm either on my MyFitnessPal, where am I in regards to my meal,
Yeah.
or where am I on this lead sheet?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the faster you can like wire your instinct to be like just in your sheets,
Yeah.
the better.
Yeah, I'm with you. Just one on like the technicalities of like your application process. Let's say you say you use Go High Level, and is that linked on YouTube or it's inside your
Every link
process?
you see from me anywhere is out of Go High Level.
Right, okay. I'll get that downloaded.
So Go High Level is like where I send my emails from. It's where I build my websites. It's where I build the funnels.
Yeah.
You know, like the prompts to build your websites in the program?
The brand, yeah.
They're all to do inside Go High Level. You could technically do them anywhere, but they're for Go High Level.
Ah, right. So you don't post them to Claude, you post them to Go High Level.
No, Claude's just going to use the prompt to build the code for Go High Level.
Oh, okay. Then you insert it in. I think, did you go for that on a brand call?
Yeah, it's recorded in there somewhere.
Yeah. I know. I remember getting halfway through it and thinking I'll come back to that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if we come on here now, this is worth doing, just a quick audit on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro,
Mine just goes straight to product essentially.
your business, obviously, like you said, it's doing really well off referral. Bro, you need one gate.
Yeah.
You need one gate straight. I would have a route to I would have basically, it would be Gorilla Platoon.
Yeah.
That's all they need to know.
Yeah.
Right? Find the best program for you. Come through. What's the goal? Where are you right now? Name, email, number, income bracket, and then it spits them. But before they've been spit, you've captured a lead.
Yeah.
You can't speak to anyone right now.
No.
Right? So
Yeah.
you're missing every lead. Plus, there's nothing in here for free. So I would have, for you, bro, infrastructure-wise on your funnel, you need one application splitter router funnel,
Yeah.
which you can do all inside Go High Level with the logic on a survey form. So people come to me, they go through, answer the questions, and then based on what they've said, it's going to send them there, it's going to send them there, it's going to send them there. But I've got name, email, number, and everything they've written.
Okay.
Right.
That's handy.
So like if I go in here, you see here, like there.
Yeah.
These are the things he ticked, everything he wants to do.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, nice.
And then it tells me where it routed him. And then I can come in
Yeah.
and if he didn't self-close, I can close it.
Yeah.
So you need that, and then I would have probably one lead magnet, which is a download, basically some form of blueprint or whatever.
I've
I've
got something for that actually.
I would have a lead magnet, which is a full masterclass. Like you said, your audience is quite solution aware. They love their X. I would put something together which is just a full on, like a high intent person who's obsessed with getting the best result. You just sit here at your desk and you film a 1 hour, just machine authentic, handle all their objections, speak to their ICP, break down your mechanism. It's basically just a VSL that they apply for.
Yeah.
Right? But can you see now, someone comes to your page, they're like, instead of it just being you have to decide now which one you buy, then you have to buy.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'm going to be diagnosed. I'm going to come into the doctors, get diagnosed, and then prescribe the right thing. And I gain something from it, not they gain something from me.
Yeah.
Right? Which is trust. Or I can go grab this thing which I want, or I can go watch this thing that there's so much stuff they can take for them.
Yeah.
Right now, there is nothing they can take for them.
Yeah.
And for me, your YouTube description, your Instagram Instagram bio should be this, bro. I'd have you at the top, split a router funnel.
Yeah.
Find which program inside Gorilla Platoon is going to be best suited for you. And you can say like fitness, mindset, process, whatever you want, right? But you don't need to break down. You could put a mini VSL in that if you want for like 60 seconds. Like, we got multiple different options in which you can work with us, different levels of proximity. It all depends on why you could do that, or I used to do that. I actually run with no VSL. I want it to be as fast as possible. It's like mine.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to slow them down.
Like, how fast is this? Give me 60 seconds and I'll find the perfect program. Let's go.
Yeah.
So can you see though, how now they're like, I want to complete this.
Yeah, it's like a game, isn't it? Yeah.
Which is really important. So that the application needs to be framed as something that wants to be completed, because they're getting a payoff. They're getting a payoff here, they're getting a payoff here. So now, can you see, right? You need 17 leads from every YouTube video. Yeah. Can you see now how you could easily put 17 people through these things?
Oh, yeah.
Right now, it's hard to pick a penny.
Yeah, it is.
Even with an amazing video.
Yeah. It's now just, and this has been the process, eventually people have just trickled through and buy. So I'm waking up to people who've bought, that's it from them. But there's nothing in between.
Yeah, this is going to change the game, bro.
Yeah.
Actual funnel architecture, you can go in the brand program and build these out. There's prompts to do all the structure, because like it isn't just the front end, even this.
Yeah.
Like it'll have the page, but it'll build you all of it out.
Pull the brand page for a second. You know, the classroom section on the brand, you know, the step 4, the prompts that you're referring to. If you can.
I just know it needs an Kajabi, it needs an authenticator. It's a fucking ball ache. Let me see if I'm already logged in, I think, on my phone, so it's probably easier to look on here.
Yeah, so it's under...
Straight in here, creating your 7-figure free masterclass, creating your 7-figure free download, creating your 7-figure high-ticket application page.
So I take the prompt from there, put that into Claude first.
You take the prompt, but you got to complete it all in terms of with your own branding, your own testimonials, your own results.
Okay, I've got all that.
Yeah,
like obviously.
You've got to give it all the stuff. So this is like, it'll give you the foundation, it'll build you the code, build you the page based on all the beliefs and formatting I've given it.
Yeah.
You've still got to plug your brand into it.
Okay.
And then it's going to build it out. But it isn't just, it's multiple pages. So like the free download, it'll build you the code for the page of where they put in their stuff. It'll then build you another page, which is where they can download it, but then it actually resells them back into the right program. Basically, it's like a front door and a straight up sell.
Okay.
The masterclass does the same. It's in, but takes them through to the next process. It's like it actually automates client conversion without you even in a conversation. It's much higher level stuff, but it's already done. I'm like, might as well include it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So it's in there. And then your application, you need a router. You need a splitter router. I would just frame it like mine, but obviously you don't have brand and become the man. You've just got become the man.
Yeah.
But we can, I would watch the call recording on that.
I'll watch the call recording, I'll build it all out, and if I have questions, I'll come to you.
The best way, bro, is build them all out as a sketch, and then we'll audit them on the call.
Okay, sweet, yeah.
Because I'll be like, that copy needs changing, that needs doing, I would do this, but like, build the foundation up,
exactly,
and then you're one call away from having your final product.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I need to do it, so we've got someone to build off and coach from.
It used to be something I only used to do in like custom built.
Yeah.
Like, I would build the whole thing for them.
Really, yeah.
I still do for guys in custom built.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, I said earlier, how can you have your volume product better than, I was like, how can I have a volume product that gives like 5K a month value in way less?
Yeah.
So I put it in, but it's obviously, you got to kind of run through it, but I can still audit it on the call.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's got all of the psychology and it's fucking high level. It just needs every single individual's brand is going to need certain stuff tailoring.
Yeah.
Like not everyone should have a splitter funnel, you know?
No.
We can cover it on the call. I can live do some of the stuff with you on the call though, if you need help with the splitter stuff, if you need help building the surveys.
Yeah.
Because bro, this in itself is right now the biggest roadblock. Like, no matter how good your content is, you're losing 95% of leads.
Yeah. There's a pipe and there's just a big hole in the section of it, which we're gonna patch up. Yeah. Obviously, leaving to the calls on Sunday, so leaving for the week to get it, to attack it, and then we'll go through it.
My biggest piece of advice is set up your mornings for business growth, like your content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the afternoons or evenings is where you can get carried away and get your head in Claude and build websites and stuff. Don't be like, even though this is urgent priority, never let it replace the thing that makes tomorrow better.
Okay.
So I have like systems and fulfillment in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Growth in the morning. Nothing fucks with that. Like
I like that.
Right now we're here in growth.
Yeah.
Right. Turns out that it's fulfillment as well, but we're recording. It's growth. Right. My missus is at fucking. She's gone. I'm like, go. Everything's out. It's like I have my 4 or 5 hours in the morning where I'm like, it's unfuckable with. No one can speak to me. No one can message me. No one can ring me. Nothing is happening. I'm doing whatever I'm doing that day. I might be doing something like this. I might be filming a YouTube video. Could be doing all sorts of things. You know.
Yeah. This is where I like that morning idea. Like that's why in Dubai for the last month I was like, up at 4, don't check your phone and like just attack.
Yeah. Lock it. For me, I would say my number one trait for building what I built, besides being a bit stubborn and creative on certain paths, is the trait of just having 4 hours every morning, 6 days a week, which is unfuckable with on tasks that grow the business. Not busy and puts fires out. It makes tomorrow, like if I put, like we said earlier with the units in, if I do a business growth block today, I do a me growth block and a business growth block every day. So tomorrow as an individual, I'm getting one more out for each unit of energy I put in. And as a business, I'm getting one more out for each unit. And if you do that, see how the same process compounds and you go, it's like investing in the stock market, bro.
Yeah.
And your daily process needs to be a stock market.
So let's say like for your business, what are the elements you mentioned there where it's like, that's what grows and you always do those consistently on repeat?
Slightly different for each brand. For someone like yourself, it's YouTube.
Yeah. I thought I always do film my videos first thing in the morning.
It's YouTube or it's deep research with customers, you know, and planning. But for you, the easiest way is like I think it's Gary Keller book, like the one thing, right? What is the one thing that, for example, if I said to you, what's the one thing that if you didn't fix your funnel, you didn't fix your anything else. They could be like, you want to fix all of it, right? But like that other fixing gets done in a different time. But one thing that even if everything was average, if you had the best YouTube, not necessarily the biggest views, but it was the most potent selling machine on the planet.
Yeah.
People would be like, I get messages on Instagram every day like, bro, I've been watching YouTube, I want to jump in brand.
Yeah.
Even with no funnel.
Yeah.
Like if your YouTube is so good, you'll never have a marketing and sales problem.
Nah.
So for you, it's going to be that.
Yeah.
It could be speaking with your like editing team if you got one. It could like things like this.
Yeah.
But it has to be content growth focus. It has to be building your content engine with intention around this lens.
Yeah.
That's your mornings. That's 8:30 till 12:30 pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, or your 9 till 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
I like 3-4 hours, 3 to 5 hours a day on like one thing. Because people do like a YouTube every 2 weeks with none of the intention that we talk about in brand. One every 2 weeks, sometimes never.
You might as well
right?
bother.
And I'm like, I do that for 4 hours with the highest level of intention, consciousness every day. Who do you think is going to win that day?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how you create a massive uncompetitive advantage. It's like you do one thing so much better than everybody else at the volume.
Yeah. I like that. That's yeah.
Because you have to think, how can you create a massive uncompetitive advantage against the whole market? You can't do that on Instagram.
No.
You can get far, but you can't create an undeniable uncompetitive advantage.
Yeah.
Like where no one has a chance.
Why do you think that is? Because it's like,
Just the sales power. It's an algorithm. People are scrolling. Like if you have people who sit and consume, and you have a library that, like, if I go on my YouTube studio, people are watching videos I posted 2 years ago right now.
yeah.
Right now. My YouTube videos, some of them are set up to handle more objections in a video than a sales call would. And people are sat watching that now. And they never go away.
Yeah, true.
And YouTube's captured energy.
Yeah.
One of my biggest fucking obsessions with YouTube is that you can create energy and it's locked forever in this vault. And the energy, like I can put, I always talk about leverage, 1 in, 100 out. I can take 1 unit of energy in a 4-hour period, lock it in this box, but the box can repeat throwing it out 1,000 times, 10,000 times forever. We're never going to run out of fucking electricity to fucking watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Instagram dies in a hole. It's down. It's gone.
Yeah.
And that's 1 unit of energy in, but it's depleted tomorrow. I can put 1 unit of energy in, get 100 out, but 100 out tomorrow and 100 the day after and 100 the... YouTube's the most...
Yeah.
YouTube's horrendous because it burns time if you're shit at it.
Yeah.
But YouTube, if you know how to do it right, is...
You got to be on there. Like, it's
dangerous.
a no-brainer. Yeah. But like you say, Instagram's like, I mean, I never really use it, but if you think of the Snapchat, once it's gone out for that day, it's kind of gone.
Yeah, and it's like, that's why my process with Instagram is so efficient. It's not that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a part of a flywheel.
Yeah.
But the machine is built from YouTube.
Yeah, I'm with you.
100%. Easy.
What do you do in the morning that grows you?
Morning. So like when I talk about me growth, it's more like I need energy, I need mental state, I need knowledge, fitness.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one, like clarity on my goals, on my standards, the day planned, waking up early is a straightaway win, ice bath, cardio. For me, that's like meditation, doing cardio.
Yeah.
I have it in every day, regardless of the phase these days, because for me, it's like the ideas I get when I'm doing cardio is ridiculous.
I rate that. I'm the same.
And this is all me growth. Like it's creative ideas, it's better health, better fitness, better energy.
You know, when you speak about AM assumptions and alignment,
Yes.
what is that?
So for me, it's like assumption is listening inwardly. Like, what is your highest self? I always say, people think, like, you'll never meet your authentic self. I'll never meet my authentic. I'm a big believer. I'll never meet my goal. The purpose of life is to morph into your authentic self. But your authentic self is like, you know, I said to you, how old are you? And you said, I'm 30. And I said, you're not. Yeah, but you just said, I am 30.
30, yeah.
But you are not 30.
Yeah.
Right? You've got the statement, I am something, because that's what you are, but you can't be a label that's, you're now 30 in X hours. You know, it's not you, and that's what people hold on to. So like, my belief is that your authentic self is the thing you truly are permanently, and that's like soul level. You know, like we're spiritual beings in a physical body. So it's like understanding what that is from heart level.
Yeah.
The body, the mind, spirituality, financially, lifestyle-wise, and getting clear on that, like your purpose, how you want to live, how you want to express that from a physical realm, and going deeper into that, like creating that picture, creating that life, seeing it like a movie, as if you were going to give it a creative director to give you them, and you're like, this is what I'm seeing in my mind.
Yeah.
Getting deeper on that. One powerful book on like success is, you know, you shouldn't have like a few goals. You should have a minimum of 5,000 goals.
Okay.
Now, by 5,000 goals, it doesn't mean 5,000 money goals or whatever.
Yeah.
It means 5,000 details. Like the person who says, I want to make 100K a month versus the person who says, I want to make 100K a month and I want to do that with 2 members of staff and I want to do that only with clients who I love and I want to do that whilst only being able to work 2 hours. You see how there's more details?
Yeah.
The person who has the most detail and then lifestyle details and relationship detail and every detail and I want this body and I want this pinch on my like every single thing is so precise. That person always wins. And that's your assumption. Like you've got to spend time going there. And then when you're there, right, this is soul level. That's authentic self.
Yeah.
And then but then you're right, you're sat here right now in physical reality of past assumption.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually not assumption.
Yeah.
Right? But it is by default an assumption. But then what you have is this contrast gap. You know, I said if someone's out of shape and they see a guy in shape, there's this gap. Oh, I need to get in shape.
Yeah.
When you see your real self and it's like mindfulness, whether it's like Vipassana meditation, you get it doing cardio. I get it after an ice bath. I program it into my process to visualize. Like when I do cardio, I close my eyes for a lot of it and like I'm spinning on the bike in the future house, in the physique, with the business running exact. Like I'm in my higher self.
Yeah.
But that contrast screams at me, and that's the alignment part. That's like, if this is it, if this is higher self, you need to understand marketing way better. It might be, you should probably have a physique coach full time.
Yeah.
It might be, you need to remove this person from your life. You wouldn't be doing this from end state. I sometimes pull people up on it in brand. I'll be like, please open your post that you posted today. I said this to someone the other day. I said, please open your Instagram stories.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, this is bullshit, bro. What the fuck is this? And I was like, please open your stories. And I said, how much money do you want to make? And he goes, $1,000 a day. And I go, if you made $1,000 a day every day for the last 30 days, would you post that? No. So why the fuck are you posting that? You should operate from end state.
Yeah.
And I like, it's a good thing to sit with. Like if you say you want to make $1,000, let's say you want to, if you just made 66,250 this month, you will operate so different. Well, why don't you operate like that? That's the lens. That's the alignment.
Yeah.
It's like, it shows truth. And this is what created my like path to go so this way and how I build my brand is I was like, I'm sat in this assumption and I'm like, so why the fuck am I doing a sales call? So why the fuck am I posting like this? This will never create this. It's a contrast of, it's like, why did I sit in English class looking out the window and the teacher said, what are you doing? I said, what the fuck's this going to do for me? Like there's a misalignment.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to deepen the truthful picture. And if you heard the saying, like, if you don't go within, you go without. Your heart tells you the path. It doesn't mean you possess all the knowledge, but your heart has the path.
Yeah.
Your heart will show you the next door. So like, if we're here right now, intrinsically your heart said, that's a door, and you don't know what door's after, but it always gives you the next door.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Always. It never fails on it.
Yeah.
And it's about being able to increase your rate of aligned action, conscious congruency on that. So like, I don't want to have an epiphany once a year on, this is when I should do this.
Yeah.
I want to have an epiphany every fucking day.
Yeah.
I want to have an epiphany 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. On like massive movement towards aligned action. And as soon as my conscience hears it, congruency. And that's energy. And sometimes people go, how do you have so much energy? I'm like, well, there's physical energy, which is training, nutrition, and sleep and recovery, but you've got spiritual energy. Spiritual energy is conscious congruency.
Yeah.
And the reason my energy is way higher these days isn't just nutrition.
No.
It's doing everything I know I need to do.
Yeah.
And giving myself time to know what that is.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. That's great introspectiveness, actually.
Yeah. So I'm obsessed with that. That's kind of like how I run.
And you do that daily, so you're always fresh, remembering the gap you have and where you need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I like that.
Just obsessed with gap. Gap to what I know is truth, not like cut all distinction on societal truth.
Yeah.
You can't ever be complacent if you're looking at your heart's truth, true authenticity. You can only be complacent if you're looking at relativity to society. Because if you're ever looking relative to your own authentic self, you're miles off the standard.
Yeah, of course.
Like you're miles off your standard. I'm miles
Yeah.
off my standard.
Yeah, you are.
Right? So when you see a guy who's unfulfilled and he's low energy, I'm like, yeah, you made 30K this month. And now you think I said when I was younger and I thought I'd won when I was in Dubai
Yeah.
and I was fucking like nowhere near truth.
Yeah.
It's because of that. And it's like, I say it in videos, and this probably like makes it make more sense. Is like, there should only be your highest self and like God and like someone who's ahead. Like you should only see that, and it's impossible to not go like this.
Yeah.
And if you're in growth, if you're operating from a level above your current physical reality, that's high frequency. How can you not have energy?
Yeah, of course.
Whereas people get to here and then they operate here or here because everyone else is here. That's fucking low frequency.
I like that.
But I would say it took time to come to that.
That was gonna be a question. I didn't know if I wanted to open the box. I was gonna say, how do you even learn all this to come to that, to get to that point? But like,
oh yeah,
it's just good that you have and you've synthesized it and I can digest it.
Yeah,
so,
like it's a lot of. I've always been one for seeking joy. I've always been an imaginative person. But even like all the time, I even read a quote about you always see new details, and I even saw something like a month ago, as simple as it is, and it just landed, and it was like, suffering is like, it wasn't this word for word, but like suffering is just exposing and like an unnormal thought, like a thought that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Like an unnormal way or an unaligned way of thinking.
Yeah.
So basically, I was obsessed with my suffering, is a simple way to say. Like that feeling of misalignment, even though like everything relative to society. So like if I go back to when I was an engineer, I'd fucking gone, I got my apprentice, I was doing, I did my GCS. Everyone, family, was like, oh, you're on the perfect path. And I was like, suffering.
Yeah.
This is not right.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with why am I suffering even though everyone says this is what's winning. And then I brought that into every level I've gone to.
Yeah.
Yes, this may look great to everyone, but like I'm still suffering. And everyone is suffering. It's just only certain people get honest with it. Like everyone is suffering who isn't authentic self. And the only way to not suffer and not be an authentic self is to be in process aligned with authentic self.
Yeah.
So I cannot be at my highest self, but as soon as my process is in alignment from end state of highest self, I'm not suffering. So my process is what I say. My process is prayer. Like that's kind of my syntax around that.
Yeah. No, I like that.
So I'm suffering if I'm not in process.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes a lot of sense.
And you could say like, oh, you're suffering if you don't hit your blueprint. And you could say that so generically.
Yeah.
But I've done the deep rooting back on why am I suffering?
Yeah, exactly. It makes a lot of sense. Like if I think about it, like the happiest times are like, even like for 6 months, you start off as a civilian and then you grow to be a paratrooper.
Yeah.
But for 6 months, you're so like aligned and focused with mentors above you and everyone else on this quest to pass this big arduous test. It's like you're in that every day, you're growing towards that version of you. So it's so clear and you're such in a good space, even though you're not there yet and the task is hard. Every day you feel good about yourself internally.
Yeah.
Because you're always on that. Whereas if I think about it like 3 months prior, I'm like 16, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do in my life. And I'm like, you're like lost and you feel awful. Because there is that like disalignment.
You just need growth.
Yeah. That's literally it.
And it's why I was literally, and I get deeper on this and more wise with it all the time. I've not done everything perfect. The only reason I have wisdom is through failures.
Yeah.
And I can speak this now and embody it now because I've just tried and suffered and failed more than a lot of other people to know this.
Yeah.
And it's why the reason, like I used to be obsessed with fitness, but for me, fitness was just fitness.
Yeah.
It was just maybe I'll get a fucking girlfriend and whatever. But then, and I use that as a way to, heal suffering, right? Of respect or attention or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have I was business focused. I still embodied a great physique because I'd put so much time into it and I like maintained. But like even now, like I put more into my physique, like again these days, like this year again than I have ever, because I just need growth in all areas, physically, mentally, spiritually. And you go full circle sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like the thing I want to speed up for other people is like I've gone full pelt body, I've gone full pelt, mental. I'm just obsessing over mindset and just listening to shit. And I've gone full pelt financial, just business is broken if you're not all in on all four.
Yeah.
If you're not physical, mental, spiritual, financial, all in on all four, you're suffering. So your process has to cover these four.
Yeah.
And I think if you start your process with mastering physicality to the highest level, that covers 85% of mindset.
Yeah.
And then you can just add in other things like knowledge, getting around higher level people, stuff like that. That sorts that.
Yeah.
Then if you're in process of this spirituality, like I said, process is prayer. So by default, like people sometimes have said to me like, oh, you talk about God, how do you get close to God? I'm like, it kind of just happens when you're actually in alignment by accident.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't go chasing it.
Yeah.
And then financially, but then like everything bleeds into all others.
Yeah.
There's just a massive lack if you're not building
Yeah.
a process for four. So every day I should be more competent in all four.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've just spent a lot of time where I was 10 out of 10 in one, low in another, or 6 in all.
Yeah.
You need to be 10 in all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And life's fucking good then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I think, fuck, can't wait to have a kid now. My kid's going to get this from day one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's wisdom. It's the best thing you can pass on. It's not like knowledge and education. It's actual wisdom. Learn lessons.
Pure wisdom.
Yeah.
And my goal is that like they don't ever need to even shift their syntax to it. Like, me and probably people who watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're like, I've basically been out of it and had to become it.
Yeah.
And I'm helping other people go from out of it to become it through wisdom.
Yeah.
But wisdom to a kid from newborn, it can just be their syntax.
Exactly.
And that's all they know.
They'll be killers.
Killers, bro.
Yeah. Because you got to think everything you had, you kind of start at a deficit. If you don't have so if you don't have you when you come out of the womb, which most people don't.
Yeah.
Like you start at a deficit. You've got to spend all that time leveling up, which is a fun game. Don't get me wrong.
It is a good game.
But the analogy I like to use is imagine like you've taken your surname, you've ran the 400-meter race with the baton in a quicker time. Now when you give it to your son, he's going to take it in even faster time, and the name just grows.
Yeah. Every generation has to get better.
That's it. Yeah, it should. More efficient, quicker, better. Drives the name.
And that's what you want. You want to, the work you've done right now means your son's going to be beating you. And I think my dad sees that, my dad was a hard worker, he was a hustler for his generation.
Yeah.
And I know he'll see me and he'll be like, fuck, you got freedom before me, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
But some of that was his work.
Yeah.
And I can say, yes, I've done a lot of evolving, like fuck tons, but there was still an element that was passed because he probably had to go from more behind. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I say the same to my dad. Like I say, like it's unfortunate or fortunate, but I see all the lessons and I've learned from you. So now I start
1,000%.
Yeah, and that's why. And to be fair, they would like that. They don't.
But do you know what's interesting? So we're saying this, right?
Yeah.
We started ahead.
Yeah.
But then our kids start ahead.
Yeah.
And then go further ahead to like, I always say you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
We're saying we're ahead.
Yeah.
But then if they're starting from here, they can get ahead and they'll see things that we can't even perceive.
Yeah.
That's what blows my mind. I find that really interesting.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking
I'm not naive anymore to the point like there's a lot of stuff I don't know. And I think ignorance, is kind of bliss. And like I was saying me when I was 20, I was ignorant. It was like I thought I'd mastered shit.
Yeah.
And it's the more you grow, the less you realize you know.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I feel like the next generation is going to be savages, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're going to tap levels of consciousness you can't even imagine. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Planning on having kids?
Yeah, maybe when I'm like 35 or so. For me, I just like I'm enjoying this path of just growing at the minute. So I don't want to do anything that's going to slow that down.
No.
And I know, like thinking a bit more like from a position, I'll be a much better person in 5 years' time. So they're going to get a better dad in 5 years' time.
I see it in a couple of ways. I see it like, I want to be a much higher level guy. But then at the same time, I'm like, kind of like why I bought my Doberman. I'm like, but it'll make me be even like.
True.
One of the things sometimes, like I'll see, like one of my best mates, he's got a kid, and I'm like, oh man, if I had a kid right now, I'd have to be so much more jacked, so much more shredded, so much more wealthy.
Yeah.
And like, if I was like, I'm having a kid in 9 months, I think I would quantum leap, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point.
When I see a fucking dad and he's just like, oh man, and I'm struggling, I'm like, you're broken. I don't know if there's any hope, bro.
Yeah.
Just like
if that hasn't kicked you in the arse, I don't know what will.
If you can make excuses with a kid, bro, you're broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if any time ever feels like the right time.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably Cope just saying later. It's kind of making like future me take up the decision rather than me burdening future him with it right now.
I think whenever it comes is the right time, to be fair.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who have them say they wish they had sooner most of the time.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've got a mate who's 22, 23 with a kid. He was like, I wish I had another one. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think as soon as you're out of like the initial... Do you know what's interesting? I remember once saying to my missus, I was like, I think I need to hit $1 million a month before I have a kid. As in, I actually genuinely believed that that's what I needed to afford a kid.
Yeah.
And I had like somehow hypnotized myself to I believed that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold on a minute. A kid, like I wouldn't even know I had a kid. Like it was literally free.
Yeah.
Like kids are cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you're making like a decent amount, like you can have plenty of kids. People did it on a lot less.
I think my dogs are fucking harder than kids. Dope. This one, is she in here? She's the easiest dog in the world.
Yeah.
The others are more hard work. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. The Doberman's like, you gotta have structure, like to fuck. But no, I don't think. I'd be very traditionalist, bro. Like, I would. Well, I think as a dad in the first 2 years anyway, what the fuck do you even do, bro? I'll be working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just like, you can sit out there on the sofa with the baby. I won't be. Like, I feel like you're not crazy involved. Like, I'm definitely someone who's like, I'll be the dad I need to be, but at the same time, I'm more of a potency guy than just funny about.
Yeah.
I might have fucking all the nannies and shit. I'd probably be easy.
Yeah, I was thinking that I'd have a support team around it when it comes to it anyway.
Yeah, I think it'd be easy.
Yeah.
The only shit I'm not that fussed for is changing nappies.
Oh no, that won't be my job.
I'm not touching that shit.
No, not at all.
We'll wrap, bro.
Yeah. Happy
Easy.
with that. Good session.